Hey, Ben.
All right, you? Okay, it's 5 o'clock, we're gonna get started here. First thing on the agenda is approve and sign the minutes of June 11th.
I'll make a motion to sign those minutes as presented.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Next, we've got answers to Bill's questions from last week. Okay, here's it. Wait, it didn't come up on the things I'm gonna read. To determine what the deed means when it says structures, you would not look at the town setback ordinance, you would look into the examples given in the deed, which are roads, dams, fences, bridges, culverts, and sheds. Under the rule of whatever it is, it sounds like a disease.
That's our legal thing.
When you have a general word followed by enumeration of particular and specific meaning, the general word is not to be construed at its widest extent, but is meant to be held as applying to only things of the same kind of class as those specifically mentioned. So the only types of structures that are prohibited are big ones like roads, dams, and sheds. Moreover, even if a kiosk fell within the category of structures that were otherwise prohibited, because it is a structure that is in the best interest of the forestry use of the property, it is permitted.
Kiosk is in the best interest.
It's up to you to argue with the attorney. That's where we stand.
I know I've come to these dead ends before. What was that? Except as may be necessary or desirable in the best interest of agriculture and forestry. And I don't think the kiosk has.
That's went to her with the deed.
She saw all
rules that it's
and
fine.
that's what her opinion is. So that's what we got.
Could you read the last sentence?
I can give you a copy if you want to stop by tomorrow, Bill, if you'd like it. It says, moreover, even if a kiosk fell within the category of structures that were otherwise prohibited, because it is a structure that is in the best interest of forestry use of the property, it's permitted.
So it's the forestry use of the property, which is
I think-
forestry and agriculture. May I go for a tangent here very quickly then? My building permit, is that considered a structure?
She said yes.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't have any problem with that.
Yep. And then I just went one step further and asked her about Merriam Woods, because you had asked that question too.
Yeah, my main question is there.
Yes.
Okay,
That's
I come to learn.
well, I do too. I had, it could have been as far as I'm concerned, but we had to get the answer. Okay, next on the agenda, we have the Horizons Engineering Sewer Pump Station Improvements Application for payment. So they've done all the legwork and got it already, and they want to get paid.
They want a down payment.
Yeah, they want a down payment of it, and I make a motion that we pay them for the work that they've done so far. That was approved by Steve LaFrance, our engineer, and he said it was good to pay it, so I need a motion to pay that.
In the amount of $9,450.
Right, and $250, $500,000 fine, it's just a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll make a motion to accept that
I'll second that,
and sign it.
and I'll sign it. All in favor,
I'll take those both back.
no, that's it.
No. Thank you.
Next, there's been a little group of Main Street businesses and people that are interested in Main Street and downtown that have come up with a couple ideas of things they'd like to do. One is the plan is, and it's been a long time getting the grant people and Mike to find a plan that we thought would work, is that we would like to put 3x2 granite slabs into the sidewalk for all 4,000 footers. It would not cost the town any money. It would be funded privately by this group. and the idea is it would be an attraction, something different to do. For people to come with the 4,000 footers, they could come take a picture, with it, and so forth, and so. To walk the 4,000 footers and that type of thing,
So
so
there's like 40 of them,
48,
48.
so we need 48 pavers. Going from,
Oh, you're talking,
2
Like
2
what's
feet by
already
3
there.
feet.
oh, 2 feet.
All the way up to Lincoln, like to
No.
our lights?
No, go from, 5 Main up to the Alpine, on both sides of Main Street. So, Mike has given us our blessing after some,
Can you fit them all on there? I mean, it's a lot, yeah. I don't know.
and, yeah, we've actually done quite a bit of work on it, but we need to get Mike and grant people and stuff like that to agree that it would not harm the sidewalks and that they'd be able to plow okay and that type of thing. And they've come to agreement of that, so.
Our own walk of fame.
Exactly, but, you know, hopefully it's an attraction, brings more people to the community and,
Yeah,
so,
advertise it somehow.
yeah, that's
You
the
got a lot of
plan.
clients coming through here anyway.
That's
Probably many of them are bit of Mary Wood, so.
exactly, so I just, like a motion that's okay to proceed with this project against, it would not cost the town any money,
I'll second that.
okay?
Are you motion?
I motion. Well, no, we have to wait till the end, that's a rule, isn't it? Or do we keep going?
Yeah,
Go,
that's the
all
rule.
right, I have to follow the boot Charles rules, so wait till the end. We can rescind our vote. I'll get yelled at. All right, so all in favor?
Aye.
The next one is, originally we found in memory of Jimmy Fadden was going to be in Cascade Park. Public Works doesn't want it there. A lot of people, they have to tear up the park, so forth, nobody will be able to see it, blah, 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 blah. So the whole crew of about 20 people went over to Soldiers Park and found a level spot and thought that would be a better spot. So, before we went ahead with that, idea, I wanted to vote here to make sure that everybody's in agreement with that.
Where in Soldiers Park?
Because I should have brought pictures. There's a nice flat spot. That wouldn't be interfere with the bandstand and it's towards the lights.
Where everybody would see it more people.
Everybody, so you never see it in
I
Cascade
was
Park.
totally against it at first, wasn't I? Until I listened.
I was too,
Like, or we were just like,
because
but-
Jimmy wanted in Cascade Park, the Faddens were there, you know.
yeah, but nobody will see it unless you're looking down. We actually had the,
And they'd have to tear up half the park to go.
yes, and then the
And then
irrigation
there's the-
system, and it would have to be
It'd be
huge. to
easier to
be in there.
vandalize.
Well, not just that, but, there's a water system under that lawn for.
Right.
Right, that's what they,
So they would
that's
tear
what
all
Public
that
Works was
too.
saying.
So we had the guy that would build it up with us, and what they did, the bottom would be a big, huge maple leaf made out of granite. And then, it would be layers of stone with, water flowing down over it.
There used to be the original fountain, which
It-
we might get used to,
It
but it wasn't.
It was in Soldiers Park, and,
It's just that,
and it would be lit at night,
yeah, and more people would see it.
Well,
and more people would see it, that's kind of.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
a pretty busy
summertime.
intersection.
Yeah,
And again, it would not cost the town any, taxpayer dollars. Except to make, run and maintain it as it. You know, as it was.
Yeah, come around, mow around.
Exactly, so.
Yeah.
The, we've got, it's about $17,000 to build this thing. And we can get enough private donations, I think, to do it, so.
well, we
But
have,
again, we need
we have-
permission to do that.
like, I don't know off the top of my head, but like say 3,000 or 4,000 in the fund.
Yep.
He had some donations that came into us when he passed away
For that,
for that.
and I was gonna donate, and I think I've got
There's some that were,
enough together.
they were just waiting, yeah.
Yes, exactly, I think we get the money, no problem. So, I need a motion that we would like to, go ahead with that,
Yeah, I'll make a motion to change the plans to move it to Soldiers Park from Cascade Park.
okay, I'll second that, all in favor?
Aye.
Everyone's gonna get rich lights? See. It's a nice informal group. We've got downtown people.
You're on to the chamber, we have to leave.
Keeps on moving.
So this is, every year the chamber, submits an application for the rubber ducky.
Basically, they want us to waive the fee, to use the park for the Ducky Regatta for their event, and they've got their insurance waiver right here to do that, so.
That doesn't involve wedding adults or the.
No, this is just for the rubber
Just,
ducky.
just,
because
just for the rubber ducky event.
Well, yeah, well, that's a non,
It's kind of like what you do with the butterfly event for the, and.
And we do it every year,
right, and it's,
And their insurance is submitted,
and we got insurance.
and it's 501.
yeah.
So I need a motion to do that,
Yep,
I'll second it, all in favor?
yeah,
We do.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay,
So now you're down, this is just an FYI for you,
okay, this is,
the decision.
they decided not to change the name of the Vapor River and call it some unpronounceable Indian name. So,
yeah.
I think there was enough opposition that, it didn't happen. It's Asquamchuchi Baki, was what they want, something, I can't say it,
Us from Ducky.
something.
Yeah, it's.
So there's a lot of, people, concerned that they didn't want to do it.
Yeah, there are a bunch of municipalities wrote letters.
And it wasn't just that, it was Mount Washington, they made a, they
I
wanted to change Mount Washington and a couple other.
think the Forest Service, like my, everybody got involved,
Yeah.
they wrote letters.
So, and we're gonna have a demonstration on a possible program for short-term
Oh.
rentals.
Well, I need to know if you're interested, because
Yeah.
I sent you guys an
Oh,
email,
definitely, yeah,
and
definitely.
I was gonna have it set up
Yeah,
to do that, but I didn't, okay, so you
I
are
understand.
interested,
and we'll look at it, see what they have to say.
okay.
And we can't sign the intermunicipal agreement because it's not finalized.
Well,
yet.
so you guys at the last meeting asked me to send Laura's comments to the town manager
Right.
over there, which I did. And I did that next day, and I didn't hear anything back. But then I got a copy of the agenda, the tentative agenda for the joint meeting on the first.
Yeah.
Which is down, just
Sure.
FYI for you guys.
Yeah,
And it's on there, so I'm assuming it's gonna be discussed at the joint meeting,
sounds good.
okay?
All right. Old business, I
We just did that.
think we're done.
Inter-Municipal, you're on public participation.
Right.
Do you want me to get you back to the mark?
Public participation. Shoot, Bill. Go.
I don't want to shoot.
No, I know, I'm
just-
saying.
I don't want you to leave it.
But, so paint on the sidewalk would cause more problems for Mike than 48.
I don't think Mike was ever asked about paying on the side.
He was never even asked, because our thing was, Bill, that everybody would start painting the sidewalk with different things. I put beer bottles. I mean, Public House would do something on their sidewalk, and
And this still has to be approved. They're gonna have to go through the state to have this approved.
yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be a very nice, attractive destination type thing. I think the, the other thing that we've got on hand, this is very organized, standardized, thing, that's all 3 feet by 2 feet, they're all the same, they all look the same, they go up and down the street. That's it, so. But paw prints, I mean, it could have gotten out of hand. We felt, hairdressers could have like wigs painted out in front of their place, I mean, we just thought it could have gotten Google. And I think they do a nice job there, I think they can put paw prints on the steps.
May I go
You do anything more?
more serious and try to affect consciences? I went back to 1833. I only heard about the Soldiers Park yesterday, and I scrambled to find when that was separated off. I was unable to do that, but it had been town common And then it went to Soldiers Park. So I've been there, but I went there. I never looked at any of the stones. And the first one was dedicated in 1911. And then it gives the numbers of people that fought and died for us to be able to sit here today in, I should say, a democracy. I'm not an emotional guy, but I got goose flesh once that finally struck me. And it is Soldiers Park. And now there's going to be, we're going to open the door. Absolutely nothing to do with the Fadden family.
Oh, I know that. Bill,
Any
we all
person-
discussed this for sure before.
And then to have this lit and what comes next there to the park that is named Soldiers Park.
I think we all did really discuss this, you know, really truthfully and, really thought about it. It's just that many parks all throughout Plymouth and everywhere else, they're all named, they're all memorializing veterans and things like that, but they also have other things there. It's not, this is nothing against to take away from the veterans part of it and the soldiers part of it, which is why I brought this meeting, because I wanted, input, from people.
It's even online, there's a trail of these veterans memory parks. And there's information about that.
Yeah, I think it's definitely concerning, and I think we did all, the group definitely all talked about it, and I don't know what your feelings are, Bill, or whatever, but I think in most of these memorial parks is more than just soldiers and people in the service to honor, which I certainly do, but I think it could be used for more than just that. That's my thought.
So you also put up, we have a Christmas tree, which could be controversial in
Yes,
that same park. It's not dedicated to a particular soldier. And
good point.
thinking about the fountain. And I've got ancestors that are represented on the stones there that fought in the Revolutionary War, Civil War, everything. And I think that's a fitting place for the fountain. I'm on the Vietnam Memorial.
It would look nice. I think it's definitely a thought, Bill, and I think we definitely.
All I did is want to,
Yep,
It
no,
was
I
a
appreciate it.
concern.
No, it was a concern.
big
When we
concern.
talked about it.
But then it was also that, we want everybody to enjoy it too.
What about that little diamond that is in between
It's in the state right away.
that is?
Yeah, you can't, this is,
And that would,
the spot we picked was just outside the
Just
state
outside.
right away.
the snow would plows would be an
Yeah.
issue with that.
So I think it'll be nice. I don't think it's gonna scream anything disrespect, certainly the veterans or anything like that.
Can I dress it up?
Not dress it up a little bit, more people might visit it, so.
I don't. But it definitely was a concern.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
was.
it was. But I think about the men that were down there, 7 o'clock in the morning every day, all those years, I thought of that. And I was actually gonna ask them, but they don't go there anymore, so. Okay, what else do we have?
I don't have anything.
I was just really getting you guys ready for, oh, shoot, my mug. Let me beat it.
I will follow up with St. John's Fair again, make sure we get that.
Yeah, I just wanna make sure they're, All right, so you guys just know, just a reminder, you're over in, Lincoln on July first. And these are just your copies. I've uploaded them, but they dropped off paper copies too of the CIP plan for over there.
Oh, I guess just part of info too is, we're gonna start, we hold the RP for School Street paving and stuff, just because
For
we,
all of our streets, yeah.
for all of our streets, just until, we can do the lead pipe inventory on those streets before we pave them. And then have to dig them, because the whole purpose of this is so we have a nice clean street.
Right,
Where I dug it up and someone else has dug it up. And so right now, we can get reimbursement for the homeowners part of it for 70% of the cost of them replacing their water line.
so we've applied for that.
And we've applied for that, so we can get that.
Now we need to identify it, so,
We have to go on, this, on each one we want to pay, there's some definite suspects.
Yeah.
And so if we don't do that, in 2 years, we're gonna have to dig the whole thing up again.
and
Do it
it's
over
all,
again. Like South Station Road, we've already planned on that. They're digging the whole thing up and we're gonna replace everything when they went, when we get that bond issue done, hopefully. Right. So it's, all the paving's on hold, because I think it's a waste of money.
other than just,
So that's catching things up.
yeah,
And we should know in a month or so, like hopefully Steve can help us out.
yeah, once we get out of that.
Plus, the people have to let us in their house, and they don't have to let us in their house.
And Scott and I have offered to
Really?
go, if they give us pictures to go out.
Yeah, so we've got a training video and stuff like that,
Yeah,
so
so we'll see.
They
Good
may
people.
have to,
they do not have to.
no, replace, if the lead is in the structure, do they have to replace it?
They should, we can't make them.
We can't make them.
Our responsibility is from to identify it and go from our pipe to their house. And we're not positive about the water line on School Street either. Most of the water lines we know in town are good, they're not, except for South Station Road. But that's in this particular line, we don't even know doesn't have lead fittings on it, so we need to be a little more thorough before we go ahead. So it's lead things. It's awful. It's like every 2 weeks is 2-hour seminars and it's like goes on and on.
And yeah, and we didn't get, and we got one response to all the mailings that we did.
We did mailings, all that,
And
it's,
we spent all that money, stuffed envelopes, asked people to call. And Mike got one call. So I don't know what we're gonna do.
all the grants are under control, so.
No, I'm sure most people looking at the I ain't dead yet.
Yep.
Exactly.
Into the trash.
Okay, the motion to adjourn.
Second,
All in favor?
I'll make the motion, I don't care.
All right, well, thank you. I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
I'm just gonna move the, trustees over